Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to all the panels and judges of 3rd Penang International Conference on Hospitality 2023. My name is Fatim Fazana Binti Nasaruddin and I will presenting my thesis with the title of Shortage of Employees at Nasi Kandar Restaurant in Penang, Expectation and Customer Satisfaction. So this is the content of my slide, which is I have background of the study, problem statement, objective, significance of study, framework and hypothesis, literature review, methodology and findings, and also conclusion. So next is the background of the study. So we all know that although the nasi kandar is served in Malaysia, but it is originally from India. So some suggest that the term of nasi kandar means rice on shoulder. So nasi kandar is a typical Malaysian dish that originated in and port workers have eaten this nasi kandar for lunch since the late of 18th. So the coolies has started this tradition. Nasi kandar ownership was passed down from generation to the generation. So this allowed them to establish their brand identity while expanding the business to encompass several sites of their renowned and well-established restaurant. So the Pelita restaurant, for example, it began doing business in Penang and has since extended to other states like Kuala Lumpur, Kedah, Selangor and Negeri Sembilan. So this suggested that nasi kandar is gaining more popularity and admiration through Malaysia. So this nasi kandar restaurant have grown a long way since then. So today nasi kandar is one of the most popular dishes out of Penang. So this can be found around Malaysia due to its popularity. So according to Rais et al. In 2013, nasi kandar is a multi-ethnic dish because Malaysians of all age, genders, professions, nationalities and faiths enjoy it. Its opulence distinguish nasi kandar from other varieties of Malaysian locals mean of equivalent quality. Even though the vast majority of people are aware of the facts, it remains a popular vacation destination. The Nasi Kandar restaurant has long been a popular gathering place for friends, family, co-workers. So the environment is relaxed and the menu has been many options. So next we will go to the problem statement. So the first problem is many nasi kandar businesses have incurred financial loss due to the COVID-19 epidemic. So we all know that the COVID-19 outbreak has affected restaurant serving nasi kandar just like other hospitality business. So many nasi kandar business have incurred financial losses due to the COVID-19 epidemic since they cannot hire foreign workers and those workers cannot return to Malaysia to find work. So due to a significant staff shortage in Penang, around 200 nasi kandar operators are stressed because they need help managing cash flow. This is especially problematic now that interstate travel restriction have been relaxed. So before the epidemic, around 40,000 people that work in the nasi kandar business, including locals and visitors from other nations. This is according to the Mawan at 2021. Not only that, the NST have mentioned this number. Unfortunately, before the COVID-19 outbreak, the number had been reduced to 20,000 according to Mohamad Rizwan Abdul Ghaffur Khan, President of Indian Muslim Community Organisation of Malaysia (INCOM). And over 200 nasi kandar restaurants in Penang are closing due to a labour shortage. So in the same article also, the president of INCOM said that a nasi kandar restaurant in Penang needed 20,000 foreign workers to get the business off the ground. So some restaurants owners have run out business entirely while others have shuttered off their doors due to a lack of skilled employees to staff their operation. So because of their inability to guarantee compliance with government standards operating procedure (SOP), nasi kandar restaurant are concerns about needing more available workers. The last problem is the introduction of update standard operating procedure SOP and a need for more available labor will decrease the restaurant equality. This is because the restaurant may need help to achieve the quality required to meet customers' expectation. So nasi kandar owners are still looking for local workers despite offering comparable salaries and benefits. As a result, they must rely on labor from other nations. So the fact that the majority of them will be unable to return to the country to work as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic will have this will have a significant impact on customer satisfaction at the restaurants, and customer may receive a different set of quality characteristics during the pandemic than they did previously. Hence, from the problem statement, we will go to the objective of this research, which is the first objective is to study does the confirmation of expectation regarding food quality affects the customer satisfaction on nasi kandar restaurant. Second objective is to investigate does the confirmation of expectation regarding service quality affects customer satisfaction on nasi kandar restaurant, and the last objective is to identify does the confirmation of expectation regarding the ambience quality affect customer satisfaction of nasi kandar restaurant. Next is a significance of the study. So we have two perspective, which is academic perspective and practical perspective. So from academic perspective, this research finding for reference to other researchers, students, lecturers to study the information related to this topic. So anyone can use all data and information provided for academic purpose as a reference. So the next is practical perspective, which is from an industrial standpoint. This study can be utilized by the proprietors and managers of nasi kandar restaurants to gauge the degree of client happiness and identify areas that need to be addressed, which will help them provide client with better service in the future. So now we will go to the framework. So for independent variable, we have three, which is expectation confirmation of food quality, that consists of presentation, variety, and freshness. Next is expectation confirmation of service quality, which consists of employees and services. The last one is expectation of confirmations of ambience quality, that consists of appearance, cleanliness, and lighting. So next is dependent variable, which is customer satisfaction. So for this research, we use the expectation confirmation theory, which is this theory is developed by Oliver in 1918, which investigate consumer happiness, cause, and effects. So, according to Oliver, the ACT is a consumer behavior model that characterize and predict satisfaction. So, validating expectation, validating utility, enjoyment, and ongoing purpose are the four primary components of ECT. So the degree to which a user initial ideas are verified by actual use in confirmation. As a result, Bata Bhattacharjee in 2001 and Tanasakon in 2018 highlight how expectation built with increased involvement and how post-adoption expectation rise due to the real work experience. So post-customer behavior after the experience is commonly employed in any service industry, including consumer retention goals. So aside from that, Prior consumer expectation and post-experience assessment provide context for this issue. As a result, this study leveraged ACT to assess company agility from a consumer perspective. Next is literature review. For customer satisfaction, according to Kasim in 2021, customer satisfaction is a customer view of a product or service that satisfies their expectation. As for service quality, according to Liu and Wu in 2007, service quality inside a service organization is frequently conditioned by comparing the expected and perceived service. Next is food quality. Food quality, according to Kotler and Kettler in 2016, is a level of excellence that contributes to the value of products and their suitability for consumption. And the last one is ambience quality. The ambience is the perceived quality of the surrounding place by customer. The deliberate design of space to induce specific emotional impacts in purchases influence their requisite intention. So next, we will go to the methodology. So for the research design, quantitative research design with structured questionnaires were used as the research instrument to meet the study objective. So the sampling approach for this study is purposive sampling, as purposive sampling is a straightforward sampling method since it must reject those who do not meet the qualification to participate in the survey. So even though the exact number of population is known, but not all respondents will be qualified. This means that only customers who have eaten at Nasi Kandar restaurant in Penang were eligible to participate. As a result, those who have never eaten at a Nasi Kandar restaurant in Georgetown, Penang will be ineligible to participate on this study. As for the research instrument, so there will be a questionnaire of section A until section L, which is section A will be a demographic profile of the participants. Section B until section L will be consist of the properties of measurement of food quality, service quality, and ambience quality. And lastly, as for section M, there will be questions to measure customer satisfaction. As for population and sample, so the population will be a customer who have eaten at Nasi Kandar restaurants in Penang, and the sample size will be 384 respondent according to the Kerji and Morgan table. So the data collection will be a primary data by using Google Form that will be contributed by WhatsApp and Facebook, Instagram, email, and also QR code. Screening question will also be asked in the starting of the Google form to make sure that whether the respondent have been to or eat at Nasi Kandar restaurant or not. So this method is to make sure that the data is eligible and all the data is valid. The last one in methodology is data analysis. So the data has been analyzed by using SPSS version 2.6 and pilot study also performed, and the data then analyzed by referring to the Cronbach alpha value, and then they will also descriptive test and also multiple linear regression tests. Next slide is finding, which is respondent demographic profile. So as displayed in the table, most of the respondents were female, which is 53%. So more than half of the respondent, which is 66.8%, were in the age between 18 and 30 years old. The analysis found out that most respondents are single, which is 68.6%. So next is the finding. This study also found that there is positive relationship between ambience quality and customer satisfaction with p-value of 0.798. There is also positive relationship between food quality and customer satisfaction, which is p-value equal to 0.701. And lastly, there is also positive relationship between service quality and customer satisfaction, which is p-value 0.744. A pilot study was performed and the data were then analyzed by referring to Cronbach alpha value. So the Cronbach alpha was used to examine the internal reliability of 29 items used in measuring the three constructs. Last but not least is the finding for hypothesis 1, 2, and 3. So for the hypothesis 1, the food quality is significantly affects the expectation confirmation of customer satisfaction. So this study is consistent with the previous study. Food quality has a direct positive impact on customer happiness, according to Namkung and Zhang in 2007. So food quality was also one of the main predictor of consumer ratings of a restaurant, according to Saskin in 2000. Next one is the finding for hypothesis 2, which is service quality has a significant effects, expectation, confirmation of consumer satisfaction. So this study is consistent with past studies. Service quality since its first introduction by Parasuraman, Zitem and Berry in 1985 has been proven to provide a more precise understanding of measuring employee performance in various industries. For hypothesis 3, so the ambience quality significantly affects expectation confirmation of customer satisfaction. This related to the previous study as according to Liu and Zhang in 2009, which is vital elements of ambience include lighting, employee appearance, and how clean the workplace is. As for conclusion, this study shows that consumers believe that the quality of the food has a positive impact. That means it is very important on how the expectation of confirmation regarding satisfaction is achieved on nasi kandar restaurants. So according to the hypothesis to finding, the service quality has significant effects, expectation confirmation of consumer satisfaction. As a result, the current study used employee and service as crucial service-related characteristic of nasi kandar restaurants. Finally, the finding of hypothesis 3 shows that ambience quality positively affect expectation confirmation of customer satisfaction. The age and the gender are not significantly related to the expectation confirmation of quality attribute towards customer satisfaction. Hence, the correlation result score is negative. In conclusion, future research could further adapt the conceptual framework and test it with additional predictors that might affect customer expectation and satisfaction at the nasi kandar restaurant or other food service businesses. That's all from me. Thank you.